Hello once again. Welcome everybody on our webinar about FAMOC Manage 5.18. It's our new version that we released 1 week ago. Together with me are Michał and Tomasz from Presales team. Tomasz will tell you about new features in FAMOC that are for Android devices. And Michał later on will tell you about all of the new features for iOS devices and new features in our FAMOC server. So there's a lot of new features in this version that we prepared for you and that we want to show you. You can, of course, ask questions in the chat section and we will answer them at the end. Also, this webinar is recorded, so you can find it later on our YouTube channel and watch it again. So I think we can start now, and Tomasz, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Lisa, for the introduction, and let's just start with the new features for Android devices. So the first new feature that I want to talk about is the possibility to create a list of allowed or list of blocked applications for the private part of the WPC devices. So basically, as you might know, WPC devices can just we control the corporate part of the device, but with some of the features you can set some restrictions for private part also. So in this case, we can create a list of applications that will not be available to install using Google Play Store. So just to show you how it looks in FAMOC console. So to define that kind of list, we have to create or edit BYOD WPC policy. So I've created one of those with the new features. So here in the security options section and the device restrictions, this section is all about the restrictions that apply to the personal part of the device. So here in this last feature is application policy on the device. So here I can select no policy, or I can select to allow or block applications from the list. So right here on the application list, I've just added one game, Angry Birds 2, just to show you how it works. So you have to remember that you have to provide the package name. So package name can, for example, be can be found on Google Play Store. So you know what exactly you have to type in this place. And of course, you can add multiple applications, so you can block some of them on the personal part of the device.
Well, sorry, Tomasz. Wait a second. I think the first slide is on top. I think the presentation is on top. I don't see the interface, FAMOC. Maybe you can. I think the presentation is on full view, and I cannot see what you are doing right now.
Okay, wait a second. Okay.
Oh yeah, right now.
Okay, thank you.
You can go.
So here I will try to show you on the device just a simple thing. I will start the remote access to view the screen of the device. So just give me a second to start it. So right now I'm connecting to the device just to show you the screen, and here we are. So here in the personal part of the device, let's go to the Play Store, and I will try to type Angry Birds 2, just the package name that I've provided on the list. So here, as you can see, just the exact application that I've selected is not visible on the list So you just cannot install it on your device using using Google Play Store. And of course, as I mentioned before, you can add multiple applications to that list. And also you can create a blacklist, which will block the applications, or you can create a whitelist, so you can allow only the applications from the given list. The next feature is a possibility to report and alert the status of the device, basically constantly, so you can get to know if something's bad and something unusual is happening to the device. So to do so, you have to go to the policy template. So I will go there once again. And this feature is available for all the policies. So in my opinion, it is very useful for devices in kiosk mode, in kosu mode. So a lot of the time, that type of devices are left alone somewhere just to be used by multiple users, and there is basically no one around who can control the device. So using this feature here in the advanced section of the policy, in the section continuous parameter reporting and alerting, you can set specific parameters which will be reported to the FAMOC console. And in case of something happen with the device, we will get an alert, and we will know that something is happening with the device. So here I can select to report only in peak or report all the time. It just depends on what I need. So if I select to report, it doesn't matter if it's just in peak or all the time. Then I can add parameters which I wish to be reported. So in that case, I've selected charger state. So I want to know if the device that I've left somewhere for other users is constantly connected to the charger, so it doesn't run off the power and stop running. But I can also select other parameters such as battery condition, battery level, or temperature, for example. So I get to know if the device is overheating, and then I can react before something bad happens. So here I've selected charger state. I've set the interval for 1 minute. You can set the interval from 1 minute to 1 hour maximum. And I've selected if it's not connected, I will get an alert on the device. So here I have one of the devices which is right now connected to the charger, but I will unplug it, and we will see what happened. So here it's already a notification that the charger was unplugged from the device. So right now I can just click to mark it as red and stop it from reporting. And this is basically all. As you can see, the notification is no longer visible here. So I think that this feature can be very useful in multiple cases. Just as I said before, for example, if the device is overheating or something other is happening with the device, you can get an alert and you can react before something bad happens to the device, and make sure it works all the time properly. Another new feature is a possibility to enable widgets from the corporate applications installed in work profile to add that widgets to the home screen of the device. So let's just see again this device which I have here. I will connect it to it once again. Okay, so here I am on the home screen. I've added one application which is called TickTick, which is a kind of a planner for your tasks. So I will try to add a widget on the home screen for that application, and I will scroll down just to find it. So here we are. These are the widgets for this application. And as you can see, they are marked with the briefcase, which is the icon that marks all the corporate apps. So here I can add that widgets to the home screen, and I will see the notifications or the tasks from that specific application. And of course, you can add multiple applications, multiple widgets, so they can be used and they can be visible on the home screen. And of course, if you turn off the work profile for some time, this widget will also be like grayed out, and it will not be active on the device. Let's go to the next feature, which is also very useful, and I think it's one of the most interesting features in that version. So it's very simple. It's a configuration that allows you to send files to the device, directly to the device. So here you see on the screen how this configuration looks like. I will also show you that in console. So here in the configurations tab, I've created one configuration. So let's just assume a scenario where the employees are preparing for some training, and you want to send them immediately some brochure or some materials for that training. So here I created a configuration. I provided a path, which I call documents, and this is the folder where the file will be uploaded. You can also upload files in the archive format, for example, zip, which will be extracted to the specified folder. You have to provide the file name under which the file will be written on the device. And also you can provide a source of the file, so it can be directly uploaded file to FAMOC console, or you can provide a URL from which the file will be downloaded. So let's see how it works in practice. So I've selected that that configuration, and I can apply it on the device. So from here, for example, I can select multiple devices to which I want to upload the specified file. But also I can do that from the device screen. So I will do it again. Go back to this beautiful Motorola, select apply configuration. Just have to find the name. I've named it training materials, and apply it on the device. And in a couple of seconds, it works very fast. In a couple of seconds, the file will be visible on the device. So once again, I'm connecting to it. So here we are on the device. We see the screen. And what I really like about that feature is that if you're using it for work profile devices, the file will be automatically inserted into files for the work profile part. So here I go to the files section, see the internal storage, and we see the folder that was created just now, documents, and here we see the PDF file that I have uploaded to the device, and it is ready to open. I can use it right now. So this was another thing that I wanted to show you today. And the final feature, which is also very useful, and I can think of many cases of using that that feature. So this configuration allows us to enforce the USSD codes on the device. So USSD codes, probably most of you know what it is, but these are short codes that can be used on the device to, for example, start some of the network services. For example, start roaming, or start or stop the voicemail. So in this case, I've created the configuration for call forwarding, and using this configuration, I can send it directly to the device and then enforce call forwarding on the device, like enforce this USSD code on the device. So I will try to find another device I want to show you. So let's start with this Google Pixel. So let's just hope we'll connect right now to this device. Just let's wait for a couple of seconds. So these USSD codes can be used for, like I mentioned, for multiple purposes. You can, for example, just like I said, start or stop roaming on the device, or use it to forward some calls. So, for example, if the employee have left the company for a leave, for a holidays, you can, and he forgot to use the call forwarding, you can do it for him, just to make sure that all the calls that are directed to that device will be forwarded to another number. So I have a little bit of problem with connecting to that phone. So let's wait a couple of seconds more. I'll try to reconnect. Okay, so before I do that, I will show you in the configurations tab also how it looks like. So here I can add a new configuration, and it's in the tools section, Android, and then tools section, and USSD code request. So here I can provide the USSD code. So the list of USSD codes will be available on our support page. So you can also check what can you provide here, what values can you provide here, and you have to remember that which codes will work. It depends on the services which are allowed with your network provider. Let's see if I can connect to that one again.
I think we can tell just what will happen on the device, but
yeah. So basically, what will happen on the device here? For example, I have a call forwarding configuration, and I provide USSD code which starts with a star, then 21, another star, the number which I want to forward the calls, and with the hash. So I can send this configuration to the device. And in a couple of seconds, basically, it works very fast. In a couple of seconds, the service will be enabled. So, for example, this call forwarding, and also I've created another configuration which disables the call forwarding. So it's another code with #002#, and it disables the call forwarding. So I can send it next after I enable the forwarding, so I can also disable it using this configuration. So
there will be a notification on the device that.
Yes, of course. You will receive the notification on the device if the service is if the service is running. So the end user will also know that the forwarding was enabled. Okay, so this was my part. Now I will give the stage to Michał, who will tell you a little bit about the new features for Apple and server. Thank you.
Not as many as Android, but thank you, Tomasz. I will take it over, start sharing. Screen 2. I will tell a little bit about Android features, about Apple features, but I do like the last feature that you just tell, the USSD codes. I think I will use it as well. Okay, I will start with the Apple. It's just one feature, but I think it's very useful for a couple of clients that use managed iOS devices, so added by DEP or Business Apple.com, or just basically supervised devices. So we added an additional feature called Disable App Uninstallation, but it works only on iOS 14, and it's only applied to managed applications, so that were installed using FAMOC. So right now I will show you how it looks like on the device itself. Go to console, and all you have to do is just click on the advanced button and go to policy section, go to settings and fully managed device. I think it's called the default VPN. All you have to do is press this button. It's disable app uninstallation. If you wait on the star, it will give you additional information about this, and it will work only on specific platforms. Right now, only on supervised devices, and this is the Apple devices showed on the center screen. Right now, I can remove a couple of applications that are not useful for me. For example, I don't want the Google Tips, Apple Tips. Disable app, delete. For example, Find My iPhone. I think I will leave it. Click on it. Wait a second. But I do have a couple of applications that were installed only by FAMOC. So I will go to management, show how many applications I installed. It were installed using the VPP code, so no Apple ID were required. And if I go to devices, and it's Apple iPhone 11. I got the compatible applications and applications on the device. So I got, for example, terminals that is required for my job, SAP Fiori, Red IT, and I cannot uninstall this application. So if I click on it, there is a remove button, but I can only remove it from the home screen. But if you want to restrict that as well, so it will remove from here, but it will still will be available in the app library. I will not show that, but basically you have to believe me. Right now, I also created additional configuration called home screen layout settings. And if I check on this one, apply on the device, and Apple iPhone 11. It will give me the possibility to lock every application. I will make some shortcuts, make some folders on the home screen, and apply. And it should change the view on this mobile, on this iPhone. Oh yeah, It's already available. I got job folder, so a couple of applications that were installed, so the 4 applications, and the rest applications were just moved, but basically I can use the dock, I can use the shortcuts for docks, for dock, so only, for example, the don't allow for the camera and all other applications. Basically, if I try to disable or remove this application, for example, Safari or the Translate, I cannot even edit the home screen. So it's only available to administrator or to I have to disable this configuration enabled to change some settings, or basically you can use your own settings to make the icons just as you want it. So this is the feature that we added, and also I will show you on the device, but I will just use the camera. I will show you the server section. The server section is more for clients that will use the SSO or know what is SAML protocol that basically can use the user authentication in FAMOC. So right now we can use that in all the sections. So basically, if you want to add, I don't know, one specific device, if you want to use the auto enrollment settings, for example, the DEP section, all you have to do is to require user credentials for enrollment. And we created a web application. So it's a web clip that will be shown when you try to configure our application. It also applies to zero touch, require user credentials for enrollment, so you do not have to send any PDF file with the special codes or with the special logins that per user, but basically you can use user credentials per enrollment. I will show you how it looks like on the device itself. I will just try to add one Android device, but as I told you, it will work on multiple devices. It will be a very useful feature for users that use Azure, Swivel, Okta, or OneLogin SSL protocols. Basically, you can use it in this section. I just click the user authorization required, SAML or the FAMOC login, press next, select. I got the Android version, and all I need to do is to scan this QR code. I got the Android in here. Wait a second. It will not be perfect, but hi there. Yeah, you just need to tap 6 times on the home screen. So I enable the device owner, just need to scan this QR code. Okay. Need to turn on the Wi-Fi. I'll just type the password. Connected, next. The usual, yes, set up your device. Google will apply, so you have to apply to Google's services. And yes, the scan codes were correctly scanned. Download the FAMOC application, and you can see what is happening on the console and on the device as well. If you want, you can create multiple users in FAMOC. You can use the Active Directory LDAP integration. You can use the SAML protocol to almost every SSO that you can think of that use this protocol. Right now, it will show the FAMOC application. I will just speed it up to force this login, and yes, we got the username and password, or we can use the login using SAML. Right now we use the Azure that supports this protocol, and I will just put the password. Just give me a second. It will be faster if I take it in my hand. Next. Okay. Stay sign in. I will press now. But after the authentication, this provider needs to approve this user, so it needs to be in its database. And after that, I can go to device details, and as you can see, it was added as Jan Kowalski, and the same goes to Hammer in Santa Monica. Yeah, the user that I just put. Okay, that is it for the user authentication using the WebView. We go to this one and follow the presentation. Also, just like I told you, it will apply to DEP, I think the KME as well, with the Samsung Knox Mobile enrollment, with the zero touch, and also we added additional possibility to enroll a device using the kosu mode, so the kiosk mode in KME. All you have to do is to provide with the custom JSON. So you just need to follow the steps in the KME. It will just need to copy this provisioning mode kosu and paste it on the profile that you provided in the KME. It's very easy. If you want to use this feature, I think it's properly. The description is it's very useful. Additional thing is the deprecation of the work profile section. So I don't know if any of you will use the scope mode. So the personal mode is enabled, but as you can see, the work profile on the right, it's not available in the 5.18. Basically, we removed this section because of the Google or the trends or the Google world. I think changed the perspective or changed the way how they think, and this feature in the past was very faulty, and it generated multiple errors that I think that because of the privacy and lots of GDPR sections, I think they changed it, or the future of the UEM will be without the specific feature. All you have to do is, if you use this scope mode, for example, in your own organization, it will still work. It will still work if you have some valid or active devices with this work profile. But I think if you delete it on the or will not use it in the future versions, it will just be removed from the policies. Okay, I think that Alicia will.
Yes, thank you, Michał, and thank you, Tomasz, for showing us these features. I found them very useful and interesting, so I hope that you do as well. I don't see any questions in the chat section, but you still have 1 or 2 minutes to ask us anything you want. And in the meantime, I would like to remind you about our ongoing special offer. Now we have a second quarter of the year, so that means that industries like production, warehouses, and energy can use this offer, which grants you 100 free FAMOC managed licenses for 6 months. So I think it's a very interesting offer, and to use it, all you have to do is to write us an email at sales@famoc.com. So feel free to use it. And now we wanted to move on to the questions, but we don't see any. I think we covered everything, but if you have any questions later on, you can always contact us. Here you can find our contact details, so don't hesitate to contact us. And thank you for this webinar. Thank you for being with us. You can find a recording of this webinar later on our YouTube channel. Thank you, Michał, and thank you, Tomasz, for this presentation. And see you in a month, I guess.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.